Kaiolohia o Kahualoa.
Iwalani Carlisle was born on April 1st, 1962. She was born at Uilani Hospital on the island of Oahu. Her parents are Jack Thomas Carlisle Sr. and Alberta Iwalani Naomi Carlisle Senaha. She grew up in Nanakuli and she attended Nanaikapono Elementary and later went to Waipahu Intermediate and High School. While attending Waipahu High School, Jackie was involved in team sports where she played volleyball and really excelled. She was a very good player. She participated in electronics where she took her certification and actually was the only person who passed. Later went to Waipahu Intermediate and High School. She also loved to sing, and whenever she had the mic, it was always rock and roll with Mick Jagger. So yeah, we couldn't make her sing anything else. So that's the only genre she knew.
So after mommy's first job at Shiro's, she eventually left Oahu for Wakefield, Rhode Island to live with my Uncle Henry. She eventually continued her electronics degree there and continued also in Massachusetts where she met my father, John Joseph Forgione III. They both fell deeply in love with God and eventually was able to create me. Unfortunately, my father had passed in a swimming accident right after my mom was pregnant, so my mom had decided to leave to come back home to Oahu. She always called me her prize of Massachusetts and relied on my grandma to help raise me. She started working at Crazy Shirts and eventually started working at Hawaiian Airlines where she met Kelvin.
Aloha, I'm Ane, Jack's wife, also known as Tom. We have three beautiful children. My oldest is Nise, then Jack Thomas, also known as JT, and then Christian. We have one grandson, Vitale. When I got married to Jack, that's when I met Jackie. She's always had this beautiful, bright smile. She's always glad to see the kids, and she likes to talk stories and play cards and whatnot. But the thing I remember most about her is that it doesn't matter what, she's always there to support my family, especially the kids. She's always sneaking them money on the side, buying them what they want. She really loved my children. Knowing Jackie, her personality, she was always a fighter. There's times that I've always admired her for her personality. I mean, she didn't care what anybody would say. She just did what she wanted. And many times she would do it laughingly, but it's most times on purpose what she does. So on behalf of our family, that we will always love you, Jackie, that we will always be here for your children as well. So mahalo, we love you.
Aloha, I'm JT. I am her nephew. And how I remember Auntie Jackie was she was very supportive of me and of me and Christian and Nise. She would also come to our games, all our football games and our wrestling matches. When I was in elementary, I was a king for Mayday and she came over and watched me do my Siva. And after she came over to our house and she always used to take care of us and always looked after us. Most importantly, I always learned so much from her, from playing cards to how to respect one another and how to love one another. So I thank you, Auntie Jackie, for everything you've given me and you've given this family, Auntie Jackie.
Hi, my name is Christian. I am Auntie Jackie's nephew. I remember every time we would always go camping down at Kahana Bay on the weekends. I remember she was always there when I graduated from school or our sports games. I remember this one time she stayed at our house a whole day watching the soccer game, the Liverpool. Another one of my favorite memories of Auntie Jackie is when she taught me how to play payuk when at Kahana. She was always a loving and kind person to us and everybody. Love you, Auntie.
Aloha, I'm Mia. I am Tutu's granddaughter, and one great memory that I used to have when we were little, me and my sister, we would always watch like all the Disney movies with her, and like I remember so much from her. I learned a lot, and she would always love to go camping with us. She would always laugh and tell us stories, and like she'd give the best hugs. I remember when we would go to Costco and eat pizza all day. We would go shopping. Like we used to have like slumber parties. When my parents were like out of town, she would always be there for us and babysit. So thank you, Grandma Jackie, or Tutu, for everything that you gave us, and thank you.
I have been blessed with another day. I have been given another chance to say thank you, babe. I really thank you, babe, 'cause I've been blessed with another day.
She then worked for Hawaiian Airlines, where she met my dad.
She married Kelvin Paul Lorance and had 2 daughters, Kristine Iwalani Lorance and Naomi and Lorance.
In Arizona, she got an Associates of Arts in February 2013. And on April 13, 2015, she earned a degree of Bachelor of Science in Health Administration. She became a loving and compassionate registered nurse who cared for others. My mom loved to sing and dance to the radio stations, especially when Mick Jagger came on. She loved to sew her clothes. I remember our family curtains became our clothes. And she loved playing cards and all kind of puzzles, especially on the airplane rides when she traveled. She loved camping with her uncle at Kahana Bay, walking the beach looking for seashells. She was a fighter who gave 110% all the time. She fought for her kids, for Hawaiian sovereignty, and she fought for her life till the very end.
Beyond taking care of our family, her pets, and the Aina, she took a profession in healthcare. Her aloha spirit was big. They were patients, but she genuinely cared for them as human beings. She started in Waihua General as activities director. It wasn't Vegas, but she did get to be a bingo caller.
As we prepared Mom for her final farewell, we gathered up her gown, makeup, and accessories she would have loved to take with her. Every effort, every thought was for our beloved Mom, who we now were planning the last moments with family and friends would be as she wanted on a clear sunny day with the trade winds gently flowing down Uilani Valley.
Every article we handed to the caretakers had a story and a sentimental value full of cherished memories we didn't want to give up just yet. We left knowing we did the best we could and that Mom would be proud of all of us, maybe a little embarrassed at all the attention she was getting. We love you, Mom.
Aloha, this is Thomas, Jackie's brother. There's just so many memories I have of us, growing up, and it's kind of been hard for us because it was just the 2 of us, and we went through a lot together. Jackie, she's a fighter. She's always been a fighter, and somebody who really loved and supported anyone who ever needed anything. She was always there for them, and she was like that with my kids. She loved my mom. Everybody knows Nani, Berta. The relationship they had was a beautiful relationship. Well, Jackie, I love you very much, and I hope to see you again one day. I love you, Jackie. Aloha.
Aloha.